Dialysis update. Before we start, if anyone's offended by the t-shirt, good. So today I went to QA Hospital, July 24th, as I told you, to see the vascular surgeon. I'll try and condense it down and make it really simple, because even I struggled a bit. Good job Emma was there. Right, had both arms scanned all the way down. They scan your veins and your arteries. Gonna have the procedure done in less dominant arm, because your writing arm and the arm you use dominantly to pick things up is going to be out of action. So less dominant arm, and I've now got this funky little bracelet on, as you can see, because they can't take bloods in this arm anymore from a doctor's or wherever, because it will bruise the veins. So arm was scanned. I'll try and explain the procedure. I will go into hospital and I will have an operation, and they are going to try and get it in the camera. They're going to use the vein up here to insert a fistula. Crap name, and I'm sure there's a joke in there, but there we go. It's called a super vein. They join the vein to the artery to make one long super vein. When the dialysis starts, you put 2 needles in the arm, one there, one there. Blood comes out, gets washed, goes back in, goes through this super vein into your body. When this is done, for the rest of my life, I'll have a whooshing, whirring noise down here. Apparently it's quite funky and you can feel it pulsing. Didn't sound great to me. It's going to be done under a local anaesthetic. It takes about 2 hours. If this doesn't work, it'll be general anaesthetic, and they'll have to go a bit further up and go much deeper. I can't be awake for that. So the one they're going to do will be local anaesthetic. I'll be awake. I'll feel some tugging and some pulling. They are going to write to me within the next 2 weeks. I will go down to Portsmouth, get picked up by patient transport, driven down there, operation in the morning, cup of tea and a biscuit in the afternoon, and then back home. It's then checked after 2 weeks. If it's good, back home. If it's not, it could be general anaesthetic and a much bigger operation. If it is good, I then get checked again after 6 weeks, and then dialysis. That's it. It starts. Now they're going to write to me in 2 weeks' time, giving me a date. She said probably mid to late August for an operation. We have to, as a family, self-isolate for 14 days before the op. Not sure how that's going to work with Tia starting secondary school. There's so many questions to ask. 48 hours before I go in, another COVID test. Up the nose, down the throat. Had an MRSA test today to test that. So if all goes well, 2 weeks' time I'll get a letter. No, I'll get a letter shortly, giving me a date probably in about 2 weeks' time, telling me that I'm going into Portsmouth. Operation in the arm. If all goes well, after 6 weeks, dialysis. It's going to be a few sessions in Portsmouth. Then I get transferred to Basingstoke, the satellite, and then they're talking about home dialysis. And we've been referred to the home team. They're going to come out and have a chat and assess our situation. Home dialysis sounds fantastic. Box, size of a microwave, with a handle. Okay? Get 2 weeks training down at Fareham, and then 2 weeks training at home. Dialysis at home means I can do it when I want. It is every day, but it's only 2 hours. Whereas if I stay at Basingstoke Satellite Centre, I've got to have it 3 times a week for 4 hours, and you're restricted. But at home, no restrictions. Okay? Long way down the road yet. Let's get this bloody thing in my arm first. Get all that sorted and go from there. This vein thing is so serious that I now have to carry this little card here that says I'm a renal patient, and I've got to carry it on me if I'm in a crash, accident, whatever, or if I go for bloods at the doctor's, I have to go, no, not in this arm, take it from that arm. So I've got to carry that. Been given various sort of booklets on dialysis and stuff. Nice chat today, very good, put my mind at rest. But it's really happening now. No going back. This is it. Rest of my life I'll be on this machine. But if we can get it at home, it will be easier. Suppose we had a little holiday to Cornwall. Apparently I'll pick this little machine up, off we go to Cornwall, and we can go from there. Emma, being an ex-vet nurse, is in a fantastic position and was told today by one of the nurses, Sarah, that if they train her up for 2 weeks, she is in a perfect position to be my carer at home, and will be able to get the needles in and get the blood clean. Hope that makes sense. Hope it's not too boring. I've tried to condense it and make it as easy as possible. So bottom line is, wait for a letter to come through. Operation hopefully in about 2 weeks time, and it is an operation, by the way. I'm sick of people saying it's a procedure. It's an operation, because they are physically moving my vein, moving my artery, joining it together and making one super vein, massive tube. So go in, have it done. If it's successful after 2 weeks, if it's successful after 6 weeks, bang on with dialysis, away we go. Could be a new Joey, a bit more life in me, who knows. Kidney's never going to get better, but hopefully it could make me less tired. I hope that answers all your questions. Once I know more and I get a letter through, I'll let you guys know. But for the time being, have a good one.